State of denial. I have lived in denial for the past year. When Teri handed me her resignation letter, I will admit I did cry. And in that instant, my bubble of denial had been popped. I first experienced Ms. Teri Simonis when she worked in human resources at City Hall. Personnel was called in. I noticed her, I think she had the most wonderful David Bowie haircut. It was beautiful, spiky blonde hair. She looked like a young Joanne Woodward. She was just beautiful, like sitting there, like, oh my God, who's that woman? And I never talked to her because, I don't know, I didn't have anything to do with personnel. I tried to stay away.
I thought he was stuck up.
Teri thought I was stuck up. And I'm totally admiring her from a view, like, oh my goodness, we're far. So flash forward a couple of years, I was now working at Rogers, and Teri was working at Outreach, filling in for transportation and doing some other work in Outreach. She was way in the back by Michelle's office at Outreach in the corner. And then she worked her way up to the front, and then eventually became the office assistant. And began to blow me away by her organizational skills, her ability to multitask. It was just heaven sent. It was like, because I was new, in 1992 I was appointed director of Outreach and Rogers, and Teri was the office assistant, and I had not had Teri there, things would have just fallen apart, which they sort of did for a little bit, but we pulled it together. I began working closely with Teri. I got to know her sons, who were in middle school, and I thought it was amazing that Teri and her sons would go to the movies, and they would write reviews for the Independent. And I thought, oh my God, what a cool mom she is. So we worked closely together for many years. I got to know her family, her husband, all those good things. And then Teri and I came up with the Friday afternoon at the movies, because we both love movies. And then, so Teri picked a lot of stuff, and we'd all go watch movies. Teri spent many years where every movie that was nominated for the Academy Award, she had to see. That was her goal. So I was very happy with that. And then she wanted to be the volunteer coordinator. Like, oh my goodness, then that means I have to lose an office assistant. But there would be no better volunteer coordinator than Teri, because she knew all the tricks of the trade. She knew people. She was wonderful with people.
That's why you love her.
Yes. Yeah, watch that, Anna.
You'll have one.
And I knew she would be great. And so here we are, 5 years later. Yeah? 5 years later, in a new building with probably 20 times the volunteers that we had. And Teri had this amazing ability to just really streamline the volunteer process, to really honor volunteers, to make sure that they knew that they were making a difference every day that they were there. She appreciated volunteers. She professionalized the program tremendously and is leaving it in amazingly good hands. So before I start crying, because I will, and everybody who knows me knows that I will do that, I just need to say thank you. I would have her do a hula.
Randy, on behalf of the Huntington Beach Council on Aging, we're not going to let you go, I'm sorry. As most of you know, Teri has been handling the volunteers for the most recent years, and that's where I've gotten to know her through board meetings at Huntington Beach Council on Aging, through interacting with the volunteer program. And I just cannot say enough how much Teri has done to coordinate the volunteers. We as an organization wouldn't be able to do what we do without those volunteers. The Senior Center wouldn't be able to do what it does without those volunteers. And those volunteers wouldn't work without Teri. So on behalf of the Huntington Beach Council on Aging, thank you for everything. And we do hope to see you back here, and we've always got a spot for you. We have a card over there for you on your way out, and if you check your email, We've got a little present for you, some dining over in Seattle that we think you'll enjoy. So thank you very much. And anyone else that wants to come up, please.
Well, I didn't prepare any remarks, but that won't stop me. Anyway, it's been my pleasure to work alongside each and every one of you. One of the things that I have cherished is seeing how much volunteers have to give to the community. And I especially get joy when a volunteer connects with what they're doing and loves their job. And that brings me joy. It's fun. It makes the whole work environment fun. We have such an atmosphere here of serving our community, but we've also created an atmosphere just where everyone feels like they're a part of the team. Okay, I'm going to cry now. I will miss this job, and I will miss all of you. And it was a surprise to me to retire now. Didn't expect to. But I'm got a lot of people with a lot of wisdom who have already been telling me how to approach retirement, because that's what you all do. You retired and you took that next step, that next chapter. Michelle and I came up for the name of my book, which I'll start writing as soon as I get settled in Seattle. I'm kidding. But maybe, and the name of my book will be Teri too. And so it's the second part, the next chapter. I want to introduce you to my family who have come today. This is my mom, Anita. And my dad, Al. And I'll tell you that that organizational skills that people keep talking about came from my parents. They walked into my office and people have been bringing me gifts and cards all day, so my office is a mess, and the first thing I said when my mom walked in is, I haven't cleaned my room yet. And this is my son Sean, who is documenting it for me. And he and Heather went to school together, so I guess it's time for my next chapter, because now the people I'm working alongside of are the age of my children. So, you know, I don't know what else to say except that I know that it's Cathy. Where's Cathy? Cathy Pace back there, and Gary Erickson. I started doing this to him today in the back there. They're going to try to hold down the fort while I'm gone, and I ask you to all be patient with them while the city goes through its recruitment process, which is always very slow. But I know that we're in wonderful hands, because you all just do what you do and make sure the senior center runs. So I'm not really worried about it. It'll be taken care of because of who you are. So thank you for letting me serve alongside of you. It's been my privilege.
Your spirit.